Did you know you can make tofu using besan? In fact, it's a traditional Burmese recipe and it's called Tohu, Tohu. I'm Dr. Eswar and I specialize in helping you heal with food. In this video, we'll take besan and convert it into a delicious block of tohu. Tohu is like tofu the way it looks in like small fluffy pillowy cubes, and if you make it the way that I show you, it's going to taste amazing. Shall we get started? The first ingredient you'll need to make tohu is besan. Basically, that's all you need, besan and water, but let's add 3 more ingredients to make it nice and delicious and make it a ready to eat snack. Chili powder, turmeric powder, and salt. Super simple recipe. Shall we get started? So first step, you take the besan, add some water and make it a paste. Just keep looking at the consistency so that you get it right. That's the consistency you want. Not too thin, not too thick. I'm using a clay vessel, clay kadai, to cook the tohu. Remember, when you're using a clay kadai, you have to add water as soon as you keep it on the stove. Otherwise, it might crack, and I've learned this the hard way. You can use a stainless steel kadai also, no problem at all. Make sure that it's a thicker bottomed one, otherwise it might burn easily. The clay kadai is super helpful for oil-free cooking because it doesn't really heat it up too fast or too high. So the heat is also mild and it's wider spread, so that helps to prevent burning. It's a lot easier to cook in this. If you have a thick bottom stainless steel kadai, that will also work equally well. While the water heats up, let me tell you why I have not added any salt in this mixture. Because salt is not a really healthy food. When we eat too much salt, we end up with a higher risk of diseases like hypertension, heart disease, and even stomach cancer and kidney failure, or even strokes. So we need to reduce our salt intake. One way of doing that is by adding salt at the end of cooking. So we're going to make the tohu, we're going to dice it, then we'll coat it and then bake it, and at that point is when we're going to add the salt. That will help us to minimize salt but maximize the flavor. The other thing I wanted to tell you is this tohu is a great alternative for paneer. This is a whole food plant-based paneer alternative. See, even tofu technically is a processed food, but it's still healthy for you. But this tohu is even better than tofu because it contains all the fiber of the chickpeas, of that besan fiber is still there. So because of that, the tohu may be even healthier than tofu. It goes really well in a lot of different dishes also. Let's make it and I'll show you how to use it in different dishes. Water's boiling and it's time to add our besan mix into it. One thing to remember is as you add the besan mix into the water, you need to keep stirring the water. If you leave it without stirring, then there's a chance of forming lumps and it won't really come out well. So make sure that you are stirring the water as you add the besan in. It's also a good idea to put the stove on sim so that it doesn't get cooked too fast. I'm going to add a little more water. There's all the besan left in the vessel because we do not waste even 1 spoon of besan. That's it. Now you need to wait for a few minutes until it cools. Then you'll be able to chop it up into like nice cubes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to marinate it. We're going to coat it with our spices, bake it in the oven. That's when it becomes nice and crisp outside and soft inside. That amazing, delicious like texture combo that you get from fried food. We're going to make this in the oven without even using a single drop of oil. It's been 5 minutes and now the tohu is cool. Now we can cut it into cubes. And that's it. Those are your tohu cubes. Wow. You need to check out. Can you see how spongy this is? That's how spongy the tohu is. Now what we're going to do is we will coat it in some salt and spices and let's bake it in the oven to give it a nice crispy outside. Red chili powder and turmeric powder. I've kept this dish really simple, but if you want to add some more stuff like maybe a tandoori masala mix, feel free to do that, be my guest. I think that's even coated enough. Even if you don't get 100% even coating, don't worry about it because some of them will be, yummier than the others. No problem whatsoever. I'm happy to get those. These tofu cubes go into the oven to be baked for about 20-30 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. And let's see how they are in a minute. Tofu is ready. It's out of the oven and it's so crisp. Look at that crispy outside and it's going to be so soft inside. I can't wait to try this because it's not just paneer replacement, but it is a delicious dish all by itself. Most of the tofu pieces have even fluffed up. Look at this. It's become like a pillow. So let's try it out. Let's see how it is. Wow. Amazing. The inside just melts in the mouth. I think even with paneer and tofu, you kind of have to chew it. It's a little chewy. But tofu just melts in the mouth. Outside is nice and crisp. That's really nice. The inside, I think that takes the cake. Now I think I need to finish off this whole plate, but not before we take photos for you and put it up online. So this is the delicious tofu recipe. It can replace paneer in your dishes. It can even replace tofu if you don't want to eat tofu or if you want something different. And because this is a whole food version, I like this much better because it's a healthier option than even tofu. So try this out at home. Give it to your kids. Give it to your family. See how they like it. Please let us know in the comments how your family enjoys this Burmese tohu dish. I would love to hear also if you have any creative ideas of which recipe you're going to use the tohu in. So please let us know below. I look forward to hearing from you. Make sure you're subscribed so that you can watch our next healthy recipe video. I'm Dr. Eswar and I'll see you soon. Be blessed.